For Susie Snack Time, it was just another afternoon at Kandyland, a magical and delicious wonderland starring her and 3 other gumball-filled animatronic mascots, Mr. Smiles, Tukey Toucan, and the titular Kandy Kangaroo, the gods of Kandyland.
Help me.
See, Kandyland was a special place. Once you arrived, you'd never want to leave.
Kandyland is a place where run, a place where dreams come true. Never back.
As the series begins, we see a young child approaching Susie Snack Time for a lollipop.
Hi, Susie. Hi there. Please enjoy your stay. Bye. Say hello for me to Kandy.
However, in a place filled with laughter and joy, the anguished wails of a crying child are distinctly out of place, and Susie's sensors are immediately drawn to the distressed sounds. Opening the curtain leading to the backstage, Susie finds a young girl sobbing as she clutches her stuffed bear, and in accordance with the robot's programming, they move to console the child.
Hi, sweetie. Are you lost? Where are your... Are you okay? Are you okay? Help me.
Kandyland is weird. On its surface, it's an animated series, but it's also a cinematic horror game, and it's also NFTs. But to explain what this is and how it came to be, we need to go back to creator Golden Lane Studios' YouTube channel, which is among the most prolific and successful FNAF animation channels in the world. Golden Lane's animation is some of the best around. It's fantastic.
Incoming! God damn it! Burn in hell!
I know a lot of people hate on Kandyland because of its association with NFTs, and don't worry, we'll get there, but one can't deny that this is some of the most visually impressive work we've seen in this space. Some of these scenes are really stunning, and it's no surprise. Golden Lane's work has always been gorgeous. However, it's also always been really weird. In the years prior to Kandyland, Golden Lane produced a variety of animations, mostly Five Nights at Freddy's related, ranging from one-off short videos to multi-episode sagas, including one that spanned nearly a decade and concludes with Gregory from Security Breach dying of old age. I'm not kidding. Gregory dies of old age. It's amazing. Bro, my only friend. He didn't make any other friends for 80 years after Security Breach. In stark contrast to the excellent cinematic direction, the storylines and dialogue in these animations sometimes leave something to be desired.
No, please! We're not combat machines! Leave us alone! Please!
Alongside the recent release for Kandyland Volume 1, we also got a trailer which opens up with this legitimately incredible voice actor reminiscing about their first day at Kandyland back in 1970.
It happened so long ago. Longer now than it seems. My first day at Kandyland. So much magic. So much laughter. Until one day, it all changed.
Kandy! Come out, wherever you are.
Kandyland is a place where dreams come true. It's a place where you never grow up. It's a place where you fight for what you believe in.
Wait, what did he say about fighting?
And when it's time to fight, you fight.
What, fighting? Why are kids fighting at Kandyland?
When it is time to fight, you will fight for the Kandyland.
You fight. And when it's time to run, you run. But you never look back.
The Theft King channel is all about adorable puppies and kittens. If you don't subscribe to Theft King, you hate adorable puppies and kittens. You don't hate adorable puppies and kittens, do you?
Kandy Kangaroo. You stand accused of subverting your otherwise incredibly promising looking franchise by your insistence on shoving crypto NFT Web 3.0 bullshit into it. Despite being the most visually impressive mascot horror project ever maybe, you're now in a situation where the community that ought to make up your core demographic is actively hostile to you, with many going so far as to call your entire project a scam. So, start talking, motherfucker. Where's the money, Kandy? Where's the money, Kandy? Squidward, make him talk.
The Kandyland story begins with Kandy Kangaroo, the leader of the Candy Asses, performing on stage. We get a glimpse of the theater, and it's huge. Kandyland is no rundown pizzeria. It's a lavish, well-funded operation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Kandy Kangaroo. Welcome to Kandyland.
After dancing around for a bit and just generally looking fantastic, Kandy heads backstage to a maintenance pod in order to install a routine firmware update. However, moments after Kandy falls dormant and begins the update, the first corruption occurs. Mouseman is the presumed antagonist of Kandyland, and he seems to be responsible for everything going wrong at the facility.
Help me.
While Kandy lies helpless, Mouseman is able to hijack into his software and corrupt it. In the wake of Mouse Man's terrible betrayal, Kandy returns to the stage as usual, but something is very, very wrong with the animatronic kangaroo. Returning to Circus Baby and the little girl, things begin to get very strange. Not in terms of the story, but in terms of the editing. Here, this is literally what happens in Volume 1. We see corrupted Kandy on stage, and then... Okay, I guess we're back here with Circus Baby, and then... Okay, I guess we're not. We go from Kandy's corruption back to Circus Baby with her face missing, but only for a split second before it once again abruptly cuts to the next scene.
Kandy, what the f is going on here? Alright, Kandy, you asked for it. Olive, hit it.
Percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind. Percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind.
Kandyland's timing was awkward. When NFTs were exploding in value and popularity, Golden Lane Studio presumably sought to capitalize, beginning work on what would become a collection of 7,777 animated 3D tokens based on the 4 major characters of Kandyland. As far as NFTs go, these were actually pretty decent, featuring animated portraits of each character with a variety of randomly assembled traits. I mean, they're nothing special, they're just like any other NFT, but you know, it's better than this shit. Unfortunately for Kandyland, their project launched right around the time that everyone began to realize that NFTs were fucking stupid. With so many rug pulls, scams, and ultimately victims, public perception of Web3 projects had become overwhelmingly negative, especially amongst the mascot horror community. It was around this same time that Five Nights at Freddy's fans pressured series creator Scott Cawthon to cancel a planned FNAF NFT project, which he did. Poppy Playtime also released an NFT collection early on, though they quickly disavowed them, and developer Mob Games donated all the revenue they made to environmental charities. Kandyland's initial content was all in service of the mint. It essentially served as promotion for the NFT collection, and the animated content dried up pretty quickly afterwards. With the price of Ethereum falling rapidly, it was clear that Kandyland's NFTs were not going to be the next Bored Apes and make tens of millions of dollars or whatever, though that might have been a blessing in disguise, considering those Bored Ape NFTs made a bunch of people go blind or something, I don't know.
For months, you guys were radio silent. I figured you took the money and ran, pulled the rug out like most NFT projects do. But then, the game trailer launched. I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Kandyland, the game.
When I created this place, I was inspired by one thing. Joy. This was not supposed to happen. None of this. But they wouldn't do as they were told. It was supposed to be a magical place, where nothing could ever go wrong. But as my brother once said, anything can be fixed with a little smile.
Out of nowhere, the Kandyland game trailer dropped. It was highly derivative of Poppy Playtime, down to the knockoff Cave Johnson voice, but more importantly, it doesn't actually show anything. The Kandyland animated series is already produced in the Unreal Engine, and this looks like they just took the assets from it and rendered them at 60 frames a second instead of 24. I'm not saying that the game isn't real, but as of now, the trailer we've seen is purely cinematic. It's impossible to know what the game is. To further illustrate my point, one of Kandyland's earliest videos is literally a mock FNAF 3 trailer, which was frankly super impressive for the time and actually holds up really well. In recent months, there's been an effort to downplay Kandyland's NFT sales as having simply been a means to fund this game. That the crypto stuff isn't actually a major component to the series, but rather a necessary step to gather the money to realize it. This isn't really true. Just 2 weeks ago, the official Kandyland Twitter posted a thread laying out how alongside Season 1 they intend to rewrite the Web3 onboarding playbook to embrace millions with open arms. They talk about digital items, Kandyland NFTs yielding candy, and all that other crypto bullshit. They talk about revenue from the series somehow trickling down to the holders of Kandyland NFTs. Make no mistake, Kandyland is still very much all in on NFTs. As the next scene starts, we get this title saying that it's Episode 3 Part 1, which didn't happen for any of the other scenes. Apparently, whoever put Volume 1 together didn't have access to the raw renders and just downloaded the other videos and spliced them together, which means they can't get rid of this one title card. Episode 3 begins with Tuki Toucan performing on the stage, and like everything Kandyland produces, it looks fantastic. I know people like to hate on this series because of the NFTs and the fact that it's highly derivative of Five Nights at Freddy's, but one can't deny that it looks really good. Tuki Toucan's gimmick involves card tricks.
Guy's got magic cards.
However, like Kandy before, when Tuki's set is over and they head backstage, they encounter Circus Baby, who's clutching a stuffed animal. The very same stuffed animal that the girl from before was holding. The implication is clear. Circus Baby killed the girl.
Everything related to crypto is a scam. Time alone has proven that. Still not talking? Fine. I didn't want to do this, but I'm bringing in the big guns. Your worst nightmare. Coffeezilla, I need your help. I took this NFT Kangaroo hostage and I need you to... Okay, so he didn't answer, but it's fine. Olive is gonna do the forensic blockchain analysis.
When you look up Kandyland, a lot of the press from my fellow creators has been centered around the idea that it's a scam, but no one can actually explain how it's a scam. I can't find any victims. A cash grab? Sure, I can see that. A series highly derivative of FNAF with NFTs mixed into it? Yeah. However, I couldn't figure out what made it a scam, other than the fact that there are NFTs. The frustrating thing about the notion of everything crypto-related being a scam is that it's kind of true. Not inherently, but it feels like at some point, someone is always in a position where they can just press a button and take all the money, and when people can do that, they fucking do.
Or, if you hit steal, you can steal the other person's money. You both chose split!
Okay, well, they spent 100 days in a room together, it doesn't count. However, that's not what happened with Kandyland. Maybe it would have had their timing been better and the project made more money, and it's certainly true that like all NFTs, these things have zero utility and provide no value other than as a speculative asset, but as far as I can tell, nobody was scammed. People lost money as the value of the NFTs fell, but the whole market collapsed. Kandyland is one of the OG legendary FNAF animators who paved the way for the countless FNAF animations we see today. They're one of us, and I've watched their videos for years. Sure, I goof on them like I goof on everything I cover, but this stuff is really impressive. I wish I could produce animations that look half as good as Kandyland. I just wish there wasn't any NFT bullshit associated with it.
Kandy, people love your series. It's got tons of views and attention, but it's time to face the facts. Ain't nobody buying your f***ing NFTs. It's not your fault the whole market collapsed, but it did. It's over. Just make a great series and maybe a game. Don't screw it up with crypto bullshit. Let the NFTs die.
We can't!
Why not?
Because if we did that, we really would be scamming all the people who bought our NFTs under the pretense that they'd be integrated into the series.
Holy shit. You're right.
Yeah. And the worst part is, NFTs are dead. So even if the series goes on to be a big hit, it's not like any of those people are gonna make any money anyway.
Unfortunately, one can't just cancel NFTs. People bought them as speculative investments, and they're out there now. You can't just take them away. Poppy Playtime has the same problem. The immutable nature of the blockchain means that their own ill-fated NFT project is still out there. On one hand, Kandyland's association with crypto has many writing it off as a scam on the basis that all crypto is a scam, but if they ditched the crypto to try and appease the broader audience, they would be screwing over all the people who invested in their project. Then there would be actual victims. No matter how foolish you think it may have been for them to spend their money on NFTs, that still sucks and it still wouldn't be right. And that puts Kandyland and the Kandyland people into a really crappy position.
No, we tried the torture dance already. It didn't work. Alright, forget it. Listen, Kandy, NFTs are like a deal with the devil, and the devil always comes to collect. However, I don't think Kandyland was a scam. I think it was just... That was an accident.
Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind. Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind.
No, please! We're not combat machines! Leave us alone! Please!